Hello everybody, I'm Tyler and I'm with Spoony. Welcome to another NBA playoffs on 2K Sports. If you already joined us here, the last part of the game we've seen the Indiana Pacers have beaten out the Milwaukee Bucks. And for the last part of the game, as the Knicks beat the Detroit Pistons, they are moving on to the next round to face against the defending champion for real. But the 2K Sports is not a defending champion. It's all you know for the Boston Celtics and the Knicks. They rematch again, since you remember this from real season. And definitely, yes, we've seen this before. I think that we're going to see this one again. This time, Indiana Pacers are playing back at Milwaukee against the Bucks in Game 4. Now for my next commentary cruise, I have it across with me is one of our biggest supporters, and this time I give it over to Son of Base. He's also along with Mayphone 11. I'm the third commentary of the crew. I give a warm welcome over. It's fun. And for our center court, I have welcomed in for David Aldridge to see what's going on with the Pacers and the Bucks. It's a 2-1 series, Indiana. Will the Bucks tie this series up, or will the Pacers take an extension 3-1? Let's send you down to Fiserv.forum for tonight's game. Enjoy the game, everybody, for the first one of the playoffs.
It's time. 32 votes now bring us to 2 finalists for Top Play of the Year. We will crown a champion and award 1 million VC, along with some amazing prizes. Bring on the final vote. The winner of seasons 1 through 3 was Tracy McGrady in the theater, launching for a 360 slam with their launch day build. An amazing play from the early days of NBA2k25. And the winner from seasons 4 through 6 was Greatness 1221 in the theater. After downing a defender, rises up and rotates. You can't stop the ball if it's spinning all around. 1 million VC is on the line. It's voting time. Is it a new favorite, or maybe a play you've boosted through every vote? All year long, your submissions have been outstanding. We look forward to announcing the winner during the 2K TV Awards. Congrats, and thank you to everyone who participated. It's been a pleasure to announce. We'll see you next time.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA playoffs. Hey folks, it's Son of Beast, and I'm here at Fiserv.forum for tonight's game of the matchup. It's Game 4 here in Milwaukee, as I got my broadcast partner with Mayphone 11, and of course, the third commentary, which is Fan. And David Aldridge is here with us for the sideline. Take a look at the starters here for tonight. It's Antetokounmpo against Pascal Siakam. Ben Smith against Kyle Kuzma. Taurean Prince against Andrew Nembhard. Tyrese Halliburton against Damian Lillard. The top point guard matchups. And in center is Turner against Brook Lopez. Ball is tipped and we are ready here at Game 4 at Fiserv.forum. Let the games begin. Here's Siakam. He will start things over. Now finds it over to Nembhard. Nembhard now finds things over to Siakam. Siakam now gives it to Halliburton. Halliburton for the finish. The drive is put into a foul. That will start Damian Lillard with his first personal foul. And first team foul will be Milwaukee. That's going to be a great, chaotic moment here to start things off for Indiana. Tyrese Halliburton just really wants to cut that drive in. I didn't see anything that was going to change often. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It seemed like that it was something that's happening on their mind. I think Tyrese Halliburton was trying to attack in the middle. I don't think there wasn't any key with that this really is going to try to change it up then. First free throw missed here for Tyrese Halliburton. Let's say this before, you can't just play it like Tyrese Halliburton did. If nobody is doing it often leaving, they're not going to change it successfully. It has to be given to anybody anybody who wants to show it off. Whatever you don't do or you do, you're going to get locked up. Halliburton misses 2 free throws here for Game 4 against Milwaukee. Had a little slow start here for Tyrese Halliburton. I think it was because of like bamming things. I think that must have been what happened with the only segment. I don't know what's going on, but it seemed like it's impossible to get it over this. Here's Halliburton. He will start things off. I'll send a pass over to Miles Turner. Turner now sets it over to Halliburton. Burton gets to Nesmith. Again over to Nembhard. Nembhard. Cross around the back, around Brook Lopez. He'll get it through. That will be his first bucket for Andrew Nembhard for the start of Game 4. There's a little crossover afterwards. He's seeing things with Andrew Nembhard. That's what I was really noticing. It's definitely a tightness on the look. 3-pointer misses off carry, and Nembhard will finish it over now again to Turner. Turner sets it over to Halliburton. Gives it to Siakam. And give to Nembhard for the 3. That one will sink the triple. Indiana up by 5 as Nembhard's got 5 points. Here's Antetokounmpo against Pascal Siakam. Siakam toward middle. The drive. Good for Antetokounmpo. That'll be his first 2 for Milwaukee as they've got themselves on the board. 5-2 game. Didn't see that Halliburton was going to say that Antetokounmpo was getting things over. But he didn't really think it wasn't happening. Stolen by Brook Lopez. And here's Kyle Kuzma off to Damian Lillard. Big block by Siakam. That'll be its first rejection for Indiana as Halliburton with the finish on the slam. Right across from Brook Lopez. He'll get his first throwdown. There is no stopping this one. That's for Halliburton. He was really like giving all what he got. I didn't see any change that was going to pick him up at the same time. Lillard for 3. That's another miss here for Milwaukee. Neesmith's got his first rebound tonight. And he has it over to Siakam. Siakam off to Nembhard. Nembhard swinging across now by Nesmith. Again over to Halliburton. Halliburton with the slick. The bounce pass, and that one turns it over. That will be Bucks ball with the first turnover on Indiana. Now as Kyle Kuzma will send things over with only 5:26 to go. We're sent over to David Aldridge talking about Doc Rivers, about Damian Lillard. His power frequency has been putting him on his 9th time of his own record. 6-time NBA most valuable player. It was nothing to change in that he was given all of the run on a better effort. And for the finals to this moment wasn't really the easy way to get things done. Yeah, I could see with Damian Lillard, they call it a clutch timing. And what they noticed is it wasn't the start of it that they were doing this oftenly. They didn't really think it was going to be happening afterwards. But let's say this. This is what happens with Halliburton and seeing things from Damian Lillard as he's trying to like give that one a fight. It's not easy and not a comparison that they're doing it for at every reel. This cost is a lot of hard takes on the repetition to try to roll things up. It's going to be harder to get through it if no one gets the right topic of it. Yeah, same thing too. I mean, I would have wished that would be Damian Lillard a better choice. But nothing sets down as they really got good cue. And now a great 2-pointer for Siakam. What a take. Timeout given out by Bucks. That'll be 4:23 remaining in the first quarter of the game. You see what happens with Doc Rivers. This is the one change that he never gets impressed by with anybody that changes out. Well, I know that it was kind of like hard enough to make him do these sets of the honors. Almost likely, I've never seen anyone that does have it with some great rebounds at a weightless. It just proves when you do it oftenly, you don't just have any repetition like you're doing it for real. And when sometimes it gets things out of the way, you may not have any right choice if you get this thing in here. It could be difficulty range, but the hardcore is not going to leave things off. It's just a hard pressure. Rick Carlson's definitely trying to help the coaches out. Indiana's going to be looking into the second round, so they could be stepping in for the rematch against the Cleveland Cavs. I think we might see them again. Substitute changes coming in for the Bucks, and so now New changes up for the offense and defense. Same thing with the Pacers, 2-3 zones. We'll switch things here. Here's Antetokounmpo. Into a middle spin move. Great D by Miles Turner. That'll be his second rebound of the night. That's really like a cue is on the tape. I'd love to see that Miles Turner is definitely getting some good use of the action. Three-pointer knocks down for Pascal Siakam. He's got 5 points in the game. That's what I've seen. Siakam, a big tipper. Open look, Brook Lopez. That's good. That'll be another three-pointer to start things off for Milwaukee. Pacers cut the lead back down by 5. 3:30 remaining. Halliburton for 3. Rolls in and out. Rebound by Kyle Kuzma for the Bucks. Here's Antetokounmpo. Right to the rim. Oh, he made a slammer. That one's the Antetokounmpo as he pulls right in his own with a one-hand flying unicorn. That's his name. Flying unicorn's a great start. Siakam, what a drive here. And that'll be 7 points in the game. Well, this is the back-to-back switch afterward. I was never seeing like that Siakam would ever do that thing again. Honestly, nobody. 3 for Kuzma. That's good. Another three-pointer for the Bucks. They're down by 2. Timeout. Indiana Pacers. Under 3 minutes in the first quarter. Well, you're never going to get a fair start afterwards. That's Siakam. He was getting a good throwdown here. But now, guess who's here? Kyle Kuzma gets his first three-pointer. Never seen when it was going to change oftenly. When all that time goes by, it just really makes a good effort. Let me say this. If nothing gives things oftenly, you would have noticed that this was the hard job that he's been looking for. They've really seen things like no one ever does. Accomplishments makes that sense. Now for my mascot favorite, it's the name that they called it. The name is the Bango, and he's been entertaining the Bucks fans since 1977. He was easily one of the best mascots in the NBA, providing everything, an integral part of the Bucks family. He's the ultimate name, but my question is, does he have family one of the years? I'm not entirely sure if Bango has one of our takes. You know, Bango, the Bucks mascot, is really what I've really been seeing things. It's original. And he's definitely one of the team's ring announcers who calls him short Bango from Eddie Dolce. I'm just really sure enough that he would be able to be happy enough to be taking the games back in, but it seemed like it may not be that possible. Well, it could be actually. I mean, Bango's one of the better names. I love seeing things. Hope we'll get a nice run. That's just some new changes here. Here's Nembhard. And as 4 players come off, Trent Jr., Green, Portis Jr., and Porter Jr. are checked in. Mofferin will start it off across to Oni Toppin. With Oriana and Kupo, no good. Here's Trent Jr. on the fast break. What a jam! That's Trent Jr. with the first throwdown after Antetokounmpo. It's now a tie game. Well, it looks like they're coming back afterward. There would not seem to be anybody that could try to keep things oftenly. Mofferin. The bounce pass to Nembhard. Rolls it in. The 3, trying for Walker. That's off the rim and rebounded up by Green. Green's got his first rebound of the night. Watching in. Drive. Up it goes. No good. Walker with his first rebound. He'll send it over to Nembhard. Now Auburn and Mofferin. With his double drive, and he's fouled. That'll be a first foul on Portis Jr. And first team foul will now cause a second team foul for Milwaukee. That's a big stepper. You see, that was bad plays. That turned to be Portis Jr. Doc Rivers did not like it. That is what happens with the causing screen plays. They're just giving away everything. Free throws coming up for Mofferin. At the free throw line shooting 2, just at an exaggerated 2-minute line in the first quarter. Well, I could say that Mofferin was really like giving all what he did. It's not a temporary to do for another free throw killers. It's just what they do for. They have to start things often. A lot of field goal range here. You just have to get some extra credit. Free throw missed by Mofferin. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? That's not what they all have to do for him. Mofferin is a better key to have that one with a great range. He just needs some focus. The time is just everything that he does for him. And not the only fact to do for, they have to keep that digit outside. Just the right time. And the second free throw will drop in for Monterey. Under 2 minutes, as the Bucks trail by 1. Portis Jr. with the cut-in switch. Give over to Bobby Portis Jr. and the foul is going to be on Indiana. That'll be Monterey's first personal foul and their first team fouls on Indiana. Yeah, there's a rebound afterward. You give it over to Portis Jr. That's a good look, but there's a good foul to give over by the referee. That's a signal that they're doing it for. And Portis Jr. is heading to the free throw line, shooting 2 to start for his first trip for the free throw line in Game 4. I say Bobby Portis Jr. definitely did once, and then before coming back into Milwaukee, he first started playing with the other team, and you know, that's the first thing I've ever seen Portis Jr. do before. He made a great start afterwards from the Brooklyn Nets, but now he's back with the Bucks. I can't believe that he's definitely like coming back in there. I've got to say that he's a legend to start things often. And what I got to say now, it's definitely a great time to make him spell. Good for the second free throw. They'll get the lead up by 1. They really are staggered afterward. I mean, they just need to give some a better instruction to do things for him. Here's McConnell to pass over to Nembhard. Nembhard rolling to pass over to Monterey. With a drive, step in. That rolls in and out. Great defense by Green. That'll be his second. Aladakupo, Trent for 3. That's good from outside. They're just up by 3. Up by 4 with under 90 seconds. McConnell sends it over to Nembhard. He'll give back to TJ McConnell. McConnell gives the pass over to Monterey, setting a screen. And that one changes often. Monterey needs some regroup here. 5 to shoot. Walker for screen. Here's Nembhard with a finish drive. Get it to go. Andrew Nembhard's got 7 points down to a final minute in the first quarter. And here's Porter Jr. Right to the middle. Jump up. Good. Now number 2 for the Bucks as Porter Jr. gets number 2. It's great range. He's got a little good key of emotion. Didn't start off today. Walker with the slam right in the paint. Great pass here for the Nembhard. Tommy Walker's first and another throwdown for Indiana. They're just really staggered afterwards. There's no stopping to this range. Portis Jr. right the other way. Another throwdown given here. And here's TJ McConnell. Pass to Oni Toppin. Toppin. Pass to Monterey. Monterey. McConnell for 3. And there'll be a foul. That's going to be Walker's first personal and her first team foul for Indiana. Now with Nembhard, he's checked out. And checking back in on the court will be Shepard. The Bucks also making a change here. Green, Trent Jr. and Porter are checked out as Porter moves over to shooting guard, and Rollins is checked in. Here's Porter Jr. That's a miss here from outside with only 20 seconds remaining. Monterey. Give the slate over to TJ McConnell. McConnell. Tough shot. The layup is no good. About 10 seconds remaining. Here's Rollins. Rollins for the finish. Didn't get the first one. And here's the take. Monterey, deep 3, and that's off the rim. That will end the first quarter. The Bucks score. It's 23-19. They're up by 4. We'll get started with the second quarter on their way when we come back after the break. You're watching the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports. And if you're just tuning in, we're getting ready for the second quarter back at Western.Forum. One of the intense games afterwards. What do you think how it turned out, guys? Well, the Bucks made a great start. That's a great finish on to make this happen. When that first drive, I gotta say that is a great finish to start in the first quarter. I think the second quarter is going to be starting off with Lillard. If he gets clutching in, we'll see how he does. Yeah, probably so. I mean, it's against Tyrese Halliburton. As we started up with the second quarter, glad you're joining with us. We got the starting of second quarter action for you. That's Miles Turner. He's with on Tyrese Halliburton. Ben from wing is Desmond. And right toward the wing is Shepard and Oni Toppin right to power forward position. Bucks got some changes. Lillard's with Rollins. Lopez in center. Kuzma right toward the small forward position. And Porter Jr. is in on a power forward. What a great drive here by Miles Turner. That's going to be another 2-pointer. This is like a close, intense game. Porter Jr. now finds Lopez. Watching in. Gives it over. Kyle Kuzma. Lillard for 3. The clutch time doesn't release the 3 as this one goes back to Miles Turner. Toppin now gives it over. Now finding to Shepard. Shepard will send a reset over to Tyrese Halliburton. Miles Turner with the screen. Alley-oop to Turner. He lost that one. Rebound by Lillard. Right to the middle. A drive. Solid D here by the Pacers. Oni Toppin gives the first rebound of the night. Talking in from David Aldridge about Rick Carlson, he was only the ones that might be bringing in with some great time effort. But his lucky enough team didn't really think it was going to be happening. Well, I didn't really think that Rick Carlson would be happy enough, but this time for the head coach would be almost impossible. With no change, it's not easy when you're doing this at a single digit. When nobody's given around to, it needs to be a harder key to remember it. Here's Oni Toppin, up and wing. He'll get it to go. That'll be his first bucket for Oni Toppin. Great pass by Shepard. That'll be a first assist of the night. That's a great take here by Oni Toppin. We've really seen the way he's going under and over. It's mid-range. 3-pointer! It's clutch time! Damian Lillard with a 3-pointer. Here's the smidget! Lillard! Clutch time. Turner. Ari Burton for 3. That one is good to go on the other side. Halliburton's got his first 3-pointer. And 5 points for Tyrese on the Pacers. There is no stopping. How did Tyrese Halliburton get over this? That's what happens when you don't make a mistake. Halliburton. A dish over to Nesmith. Good pass by Halliburton. That'll be Nesmith's first pointer bucket, and Halliburton with the assist. Yep, you see how good feed off? You got a good connection here. That's what you are going to give it often to. You just need some time focus often to give a good start. Here's the cut. Rollins with the finish. Pass to Lillard for the 3. That's no good. Rebounded by Nesmith. We passed the 3-minute mark in the second quarter, the first half of the game. They'll find Oni Toppin. Get back to Halliburton. Halliburton over Lopez. That one rolls in and out. And rebounded by Damian Lillard. Here he comes, going for 3. That's good! Bang, bang, bang! Another 3-pointer. That'll be 2 in a row. There is no stopping here. Damian Lillard just got a little clutch after releasement. Finds Turner. Turner. Pass back to Nesmith. Nesmith for the finish. Drives good. Nesmith with another 2-pointer. That'll be 4 points in the game with 4:20 to go. Bucks trailing. Porter Jr. on Turner. Give the good pass to Kuzma. There's the drive. And the layup will put it in for Kuzma. It's back to a 1-2-1 possession. With no standard afterwards. You see what happens when this is a good play in position? You just have no time. You have no response to take effort until you have that right change. This is what happens with Damian Lillard. And as a Porter Jr., he looked himself right to Kyle Kuzma and give a good dish off. Now here's Lillard following along with the alley-oop pass successful by Halliburton over to Turner. 3:40 remaining. Damian Lillard looking around on the floor. Sidestep. Kuzma for 3. It's another miss by Milwaukee. Turner will now send it over to Oni Toppin. And he'll send it to Halliburton. Halliburton gets back to Turner. Halliburton making a new change here. Motioning to set. Halliburton for the finish. Start of a drive did not go in well as another miss here by Indiana. Here's the drive for Kuzma. Gives it back and will get a dunk. Timeout given by Indiana. They're in the final 3 minutes in the first half of the game. A 33-32 score. There's no question on the start. It's the main take that they're doing it for on the whole time. There is no quitting like you did for. monitoring this moment. We got a halftime show coming up for you as you have the big fella, Chamonix, along with Bernie Johnson, and the Jet, Teddy Smith. They're coming up for the halftime report here for the first half of the game. You got to believe this one. The first half is insane. With that one, be mindful that we might have to find out if there is a win on to face against the winning team. And then later tonight, it's going to be the Cavaliers facing against the Hawks. A 2-1 series on the other side, the same thing too for Cavaliers. They're up by 1 in the series. They got game 4. That game starts at 7 p.m. later tonight. Get your notification bell on and make sure you turn things on because we will have tons of more action for you of the 2K Sports of NBA. And don't forget, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon so you don't miss out some future videos. It's the best way to support my channel. And the new gaming channel is underway to get you things started. Don't miss out the new gaming video of the SO Beast beginning on August 2025. No dates announced yet, we will let you know soon. Siakam, tough shot, but that's Lopez with a solid defensive effort. Porter Jr. against McConnell. Give it over to Green, and that's rebounded by Siakam. That's off target. There's a bunch of misses going on after the substitutions. Nemhard finding Walker. Walker will send it to McConnell. McConnell looking around. Back to Moffarin for the 3, and that's good. Moffarin for a 3-pointer for 4 points after assist by McConnell. This is definitely how hard it gets things. It's intense. Not just anybody's going to be good at this point, but you just need some time often. Green, another 2, as Cooper with the assist. Down to 2 minutes remaining in the first half of the game. It's a 35. Oh, this is tight. Nothing sense the matter. Walker up, down here to go. Right around on the Kumpo. He's got second points of the game. Here's Porter Jr. And right over to Green for the 3. That's no good. Rebound by Nemhard. Nemhard's got his second rebound of the night. And he will send it over now finding a Walker. Walker now give to Moffarin. Moffarin slides it back. We'll try to make a new floppy step change. Siakam sets the screen. Here he goes. Siakam up, and he can't get it to go with the alley-oop pass. And here's Green. Green against Moffarin. Passes to Lopez. Lopez. The pass to Porter Jr. for 3. It's good! Swing him and goes in for the net. Up to a 1-point lead. Oh, you're never going to lose here if you're going to do it. Ball's loose. It's stolen by Lopez. And here's Antetokounmpo. He'll finish the drive. A 3-point lead digit between Indiana and Milwaukee. And here's Nemhard. We'll send a pass over now by Walker. Sends over to McConnell. Trying to watch from here. Moffarin for number 3. Got it. They're tied for 3. Moffarin at 7. It's 2 3-pointers from Moffarin. That's no joke. They just can't get off to it. On a good start, and now it's back the other way. My goodness. A.J. Green with a number 3. And Siakam. Siakam. Right to Moffarin. Fade a shot. Siakam will try on the outside. McConnell will take a chance. And he's got it through. Number 3-pointer for TJ McConnell. That's 3 for the first 3-pointer of the night. And here's Antetokounmpo. Still gonna move. Tough shot. Can't get it to go with only 10 seconds remaining. Siakam will try to get to Nemhard. And will take it over to Walker. Fades. Looks over to TJ McConnell. And here's Moffarin for the buzz beater. And he will not get in here. And that will end the first quarter. Pacers and Bucks are tied for 43. Halftime show is on. Let's go to David Aldridge.
By Doc Rivers. Coach, what did you think of the effort in the first half? it's fine, I guess. Defensively, we got to be better, so that's part of the effort. But they're just going too easy. They're throwing us around. We are so much more of a physical team right now, so we got to pick up our physicality.
I'm sure that will be discussed thoroughly before the next half. Thanks. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thank you so much. Stand by for the halftime show. Third quarter will be starting in just a few minutes. See you all later.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you back. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Quite the tussle there in the first half, huh? A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the period. They couldn't hold on to the slim lead they had at the start of the second quarter and headed into the locker room with the game all knotted up. Shaq, let's get your take on Milwaukee.
It's pretty simple. They took care of the ball, they made smart passes, and limited turnovers. I'm sure they talked about it. We'll see if they can keep it tight in the second half.
And Kenny, let's get your input on the Pacers.
I like what they've done on the glass. Boxing out, reacting quickly, playing with an aggressive attitude. They set a physical tone, but now everyone gets a chance to recalibrate. We'll see if this rebounding dominance can extend into the second half.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
You've been watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. And as we get started off for the third quarter, it is an even game here at Fiserv Forum of 43 matchups between Bucks and the Pacers. And we are all settled in, ready to start the second half. Let's get things started. For the start of the quarter, we have the Indiana Pacers. Siakam's with Tyrese Halliburton. And Miles Turner is right towards center. Aaron Nesmith, on a small forward. And Pascal Siakam is right to power forward position. Halliburton gives it over to Siakam. Brown Prince, what a try. He'll get it through. Siakam with 9 points. And that will be another digit lead here for Indiana. Keep on tying, keep on lead changes. This is crazy. Yes, indeed. I just can't believe that Pascal Siakam's like doing the thing. It's a hard job. They're not sure what's going on, but they really got to do the thing. Halliburton will swing to Siakam. Here's Burton for three. That's good. Number 3 for the Burton of the Kingtown of the Pacers. Is that what I've seen? Halliburton just made a number 3, and I do not know how he did. But that's just unbelievable. Take. They're doing this at every single time. No worries. Matters it. Here's Turner. Set the pass back over to Halliburton. Halliburton for the finish. Gives to Siakam. Siakam back to Halliburton. For the wing. The elbow shot's good for Tyrese Halliburton. He's got 10. It's just no perception. That Tyrese Halliburton was making the clearest drive and he's ever been like accommodating for. Nobody's going to give it off to him. Damian for 3. That's another miss by Milwaukee. Turner's got his 8th rebound. And he sets it over to Halliburton. Halliburton. Right throw it outside, a pass over, now finds Nembhard. Nembhard swings right to the wing. Stops. Back to Halliburton. For the sets 2. And good. Tyrese Halliburton. Nobody around as Nembhard with the assist. And on the Koopa will take his timeout with only 5:45 remaining. It's Halliburton. 12 points in the game in a row. Well, I wouldn't see anybody like that until that one comes by. It's just what happens with Halliburton showing the crowd wild down. That's like a kill stop to this point. Now, let's have a look and see what's going on with the better range of it as we are looking at Tyrese Halliburton. As you see things here, for those of you who don't know who Tyrese Halliburton is, he's the American professional basketball player and the NBA's Indiana Pacers. And he was one of our better ones that have led back to his Oshkosh North High School in Wisconsin. He has been one of the better players here as he made his career status to make a finishing off of anybody's school. His His high school record was 18 points with 6 assists and 5 rebounds per game, earning A5 FBA Player of the Year and Wisconsin Basketball Coaches Association Division I All-State accolades, with the team falling short in the state tournament. Well, there's a bunch of the state tournaments that was happening here, and we noticed that before. It was no big deal. Not my Bronx, who really wanted to be, but it's really has to get everyone. There might be seeing things. Hoping this could be a right night. Hope we may not. We may never know what changes to Halliburton. Here comes Damian Lillard for the drive, finishing a reverse scoop and stopped by Nesmith. They were not expecting to see. I thought he was able to make it in. Well, if it's goaltending, I would just not be happy with that at all. Here's on Kuzma. A pass. Kuzma for 2. Good. 52-45 to score. 4-8 field goal range with 9 points in the game. Halliburton swinging around a bit. Back over now to Naismith. Naismith, pass over to Siakam. Siakam pass over to Halliburton. For the finish, try, good. No block by Giannis Antetokounmpo as Halliburton's got 14. Past the 5-minute mark in the third quarter. Halliburton. And a pass over. That one just lobs and misses again by Kyle Kuzma. Nesmith. Right to get a Halliburton. Halliburton swings to Siakam. Siakam for a step-off drive. 2-drop floater, no good. Turner with the rebound again to Nembhard. And now he will try to give it to Halliburton again. Time ticking down. Need some time often. With a 2, and that will make it in with a shot clock violation. He's got 16. There's nobody open. Now, I think there was some little harassment and a little off communication afterward. They're not seemingly they're going to find anybody open. Portis Jr. pass to Prince and a try to score. Good pass by Bobby Portis Jr. That'll be the assist. And Nembhard swings the pass to Halliburton. Halliburton again to Siakam. Siakam rolling in. Step-up shot. That hits off the rim and misses again. Halliburton watching Kyrie Prince and a rebound by Siakam. He's got 6. Now back to Halliburton. Oh, it'll finish for the try. Good. He's got 18. Come somebody stop this guy. I don't know what he scores in. This is just no stopping down. Oh my goodness. I mean, I was really noticing that Kyrie Halliburton was able to make the finish afterwards. There was no way to get often with this time slot. This score is good like that. Timeout given by Indiana with 3:17 remaining in the third quarter. Now let's go to the other side of Damian Lillard. Remember one of the times that happens with clutch releases? Well, his player has been turning to be on his own take. Since he played with his first team with the Portland Trail Blazers, and then he was selected to change it again right over to the other team with the Milwaukee Bucks by 2023 season. With his high school days career, they often noticing as one of our big games of his school. Iroso in San Lorenzo, California, St. Joseph, Notre Dame, Alameda, California, and Oakland. And Weber State was the college that he definitely finishes playing there by 2008-12 season. With his finishing of his high school, he was definitely on a lack of starting energy. His average was 19.4 points a night. As a senior, 22.4 and 5.2 assists per game, while leading the Oakland Wildcats to a 23-9 record. This is like what impossible turns to be like Damian Lillard. So you may never notice how he was able to change it off late. He just has to choose the right way. Most likely, anybody can definitely play it that time. As Siakam moves over, here's Toppin, Monfort, and McConnell are checked in. And as Shepard is back on court. Kuzma, Green, Trent Jr., and Rollins are checked in on the court. The 3 for McConnell. Rebound by Toppin. Up it goes. Good. Toppin, he's got 4 points tonight. Down under 3 minutes remaining in the third. What can Toppin do now is just making a rebound in. I don't see anything. Oh, here comes McConnell. He'll finish the drive. McConnell, after a steal, he's got 5. And now Kuzma will set the train junior. He's off to Rollins. Rollins, for the finish. Blocked by Siakam. That's 2 in a row for Indiana, as he's got another rejection on the other side of the half. You don't give me that ball, you don't give a good look. That's a great rejection. We'll send to Oni Toppin. Toppin. Pass. McConnell for 3. And now we'll do another miss by Indiana. 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Kuzma on the attack. Rollins are outside. Gives back to Portis Jr. And a set back to Kuzma for the 3. From the range, no good. Siakam with 7 rebounds of the night gives to McConnell. McConnell sets it over to Siakam. Siakam swings to Shepherd for 2. That's another miss. And rebound by the Bucks. Kyle Kuzma. Cutting motion, teardrop flow, no good. Rebound by Toppin. Back to McConnell. McConnell swings over to Toppin, to Mofford. It'll get to Toppin. It's denied by Kuzma. That was a great rejection for Kuzma as he finds a way to get this block shot a start. Well, there's no show, no tell as Kyle Kuzma first rejection. Down to the final minute of the third quarter, here's McConnell. And we'll tip it over now, finally to get a Shepherd. Shepherd setting a screen for Siakam. Siakam. Alley-oop. Way too far. Rebound by Kuzma. Rollins. Toward the middle. Passes over. Portis Jr. makes a drive. That'll be another 2 for the Bucks. And now Siakam will come in and take a carry. 62-53 is the score. Now finding Shepherd. Shepherd. Shepherd slides back, down twice again to McConnell. 25 seconds left to remain in third. Offering for 3. Big rebound by Kuzma. Rollins into our middle. Green, tuck it down. That will be another throwdown here for the Bucks. Down to 10 seconds. Well, he never showed like that. Green's getting another slam down here. Shepherd sliding it back. A take. McConnell for 3. And he triples it! What an end to start the third quarter. It's now an extension to get back to the zone. Well, we got a great look here. That's been a big battle for time. 65-55. Fourth quarter coming up next when we come back after the break. And we're back as we're ready to start the fourth quarter. Glad you're having fun with us. And for those who didn't, you may have missed things out with one of the best plays. And that's the finish we put in for the Bucks. Here they are. Lillard's with Porter Jr. and Lopez with Tyrene Prince. And on the Kumpos right to power forward position. That will be your starting of the groups for the fourth quarter of the Bucks. Halliburton is killing it strong afterward. He's got 20. There is no way that everybody's going to try to defeat him. I don't see anything. Not even afterward. I know. On the Kupo, we'll finish the drive. And that'll be another 2-pointer. They're back down by 10. They're just swinging back and forth afterward. They're not really sure what they're doing. But they just need to keep things moving afterward. Give to Turner. Open look. We'll get it to go. That'll be another 2-pointer. Monster's got 6 after Halliburton. Look how good that is for Halliburton. That's a great fair start. Using the chain often was not the big chain I was ever seen. Like you will see. There's the flying unicorn. Fans love it. 10 points of the game, 10 in the paint. They're down by 10. Here's Halliburton with 6:49 remaining. Offering. A pass to McConnell, bounce pass to Walker. Walker, for the finish, and he's fouled. That'll be Giannis, Antetokounmpo's first personal foul, and their first team foul is scored for Milwaukee.
Anything for Indiana? Walker taking 2 shots.
Walker makes the first free throw. Well, he's a little desperate right now. That's for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's really like giving it back in the energy. He wants to bring it to his full life game. Phenomenon, I don't see anything that's going to like change it off today. There is no stopping to this game. Nobody's definitely trying to give it often. He's really trying everything. All that hard work is not going to pay it off the price. And Walker knocks down the second free throw. He's really like giving a hard energy on you're looking for. I don't know how this is going to happen, but they really have to be playing it like for real. Porter Jr. for Kareem. That'll be another miss. Taurean Prince will get it back. They're back down by 10 again for the Bucks. They still need some iron targets. And now Monfort. Monfort pass to Walker. Walker back to Monfort. Here's the drive, setting in. Great D by Lopez. Lopez sticks it out. Now back to Damian Lillard. 3 up for Porter Jr. That's so good. And Monfort will have his second rebound of the night. Past the 3 minutes in the fourth quarter. 2 minutes in the quarter, sorry. Now Turner. Turner gives back to Harry Halliburton for another 3. And he is training back-to-back threes. Halliburton with 23 points in the game. Man, he's like a killer. That's another free throw. I was never seen like this. He's being invited over by Damian Lillard that quickly. Halliburton finds Monfort. Monfort. Turner. From the baseline. It's good. Turner's got 8 points after Halliburton has Monfort with the assist. Yeah, I think that Monfort would have that assist. Yeah, I definitely would agree with that. And Prince strikes the 3. Doesn't get there. Brook Lopez, no good. Turner with his 11th rebound of the night. Down to 5 minutes in the fourth quarter. Over now, trying to give to Halliburton. Halliburton swings to Turner. Turner, right turn middle. He'll try. Step up. That shot is off the target and rebounded by Lopez. Antetokounmpo to Porter Jr. And Lillard for 3. Bingo! Number 3. 76-64 is the score. They are coming back down. They just need to keep scoring in to try and defend it. McConnell with 4:30 to go. Here's Halliburton. Halliburton lost the ball. And here's Porter Jr. on his way down. And now finding Antetokounmpo again at Porter Jr. Porter Jr. sidesteps it. In toward middle with a chance. Oh, Turner with the denying shot. He swats it again. Here he comes. Turner couldn't get up there with the LU pass. And it's now back again to the Bucks ball. That was a little short timing. Porter Jr. around Walker with the rebound. Here's the take. Gets it back and rebounded by Monfort. TJ McConnell closes it. That one rolls down. And that one takes a steal by Antetokounmpo. Here he comes. Wow. Flying down to the court after a broken up ball. The Bucks are back down by 10. Nothing you can say about it. Indiana really has to get back into a struggle in. They were really not showing up the fair play afterward. And we are going to step aside down under 4 minutes in the fourth quarter. Oh man, this is definitely the closest game everybody's been looking for. We're going to get that one beaten back. Right now, Shea Alexander and Kyrie Irving are ready to put the match on. Rio Series is for the Funders. They've won 2 games in a row at home and 1 game in away, but it's do or die for Dallas Mavericks if they finish. We'll see what happens if they make the drive they count. We'll see what they can do here, and that's the next game coming up at 3 p.m. When you couldn't tell what happens with Milwaukee, they just try to score and score again. They're not really take in there. Well, I think it did, absolutely. I mean, the biggest throwdown you've ever seen was a slam. That's for Giannis Antetokounmpo. But fans' guess is Giannis Antetokounmpo. I think Damian Lillard had a great very this season. Well, hopefully that might be well. I mean, you're never going to guess that until that. Now it's time for the player of the game, presented by 2K Sports at the New Balance, Tyrese Halliburton. Tyrese Halliburton is making the finish things off of the point guard positions. He gets this thing closing out, closing in regulation quarters. It's no big deal that he makes that finishing look count. All what happens now is Halliburton getting a finishing strong start. No payoff price, it doesn't get anything better. And looking to another postseason advantage, once he finishes up, he'll head back to Game 5 to rematch again with the Bucks soon after. And to send over to David Aldridge talking in from Rick Carlson, Tyrese Halliburton was phenomenon. But I told him quickly that all you need to do is just try to look for open mans. There's no cutting bounding. Just take your time oftenly. We know you're shooting big here, and you're all over the place. You'll have some plenty of time efforts if you just keep rebounding it. Let's keep seeing. He hopes to keep seeing things with the next tip and drive. That's my great questions concerned. I can never see anything, and he really had a great time. Wow, Halliburton made that one with the fadeaway shot. He has 25. Yeah, I do not believe it. Halliburton just can't stop shooting. All with that, they don't really seem to believe it. Pass, stolen, Halliburton for 3. That would be good. 78 to 69 to score. Down to 2:40 remaining. Halliburton trying to finish it off. Halliburton sent to Miles Turner. Tries the 3. That time he makes a 3-pointer instead of a 2. He has 11. This is just how it happens with Miles Turner. He's making a great finish off a big drive. Lillard. Step behind the cross though, and Prince will make the drive in. They're back down by 10. And Halliburton again. Here's a set over to Nembhard. Nembhard back over again to Halliburton. 2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter of the game.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Nembhard for the 3. That fadeaway shot's no good. Antetokounmpo with another rebound, set it over to Kuzma. Here's the finish, the drive, it's good. They're down by 8, timeout by Pacers. 1:50 remaining in the fourth quarter as they'll make new changes on offense. This defense is not picking up the dust afterward. They are just getting killed over and over again. Coming up later will be as the post-game show, and this will be Tyler and Luke Scurry standing by to find out who had the better running keys of the night. We'll see what happens if they choose it to be the Bucks to get back in or the Pacers to lead out for a 2-win road trip at Milwaukee. This could be it. I mean, no possible chance, no scores actually. It's been a big play afterward. We'll see what happens with that. Yeah, pretty soon. So, I mean, it could be anybody. It's anybody's game. $1:50 remaining. Here's Halliburton. Down to 20 seconds. Give the pass over to Mofford. Mofford needs some regroups here. Mofford, no choice to go. Finding against Siaka. With the backstepper. Fades. Nembhard for 2. That's good! Andrew Nembhard with 9 points. Now with 90 seconds remaining, they've got to get back into the rush. Here's Antetokounmpo. And a drive. Oh, he gets away from Turner with a block jam. It just brings in the 14 points and mid-range by 10. How could you just play it like Siakam? He's flying all everywhere. There's no change that you can do for him. Mofford for 2. Good. Indiana back by 10. 1:10 remaining in regulation. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Setting a screen by Prince. Step back 2. Good. 85-77 to score. 16 points in the game. And now Halliburton will take it over. Bucks have 2 timeouts remaining. Here's a chance. Mofford. Center drive. That's good! What a It's the jam here for Mofferin, and a timeout given by the Bucks. Oh my goodness. Oh, well, I was never seen anything. That is a rigid. Yeah, they could not be slowing things down. And afterwards, they're really trying to get it off there. Now the Bucks fans are leaving. It looks like Indiana's going to be coming back in, and they're going to be moving on to the second round. Yeah, I do say so. So with that, it's going to be Indiana with a 3-1 series lead. They are up by 10. They really are trying to figure it out. And with that being said, it's going to be the rematch between the Cavs and the Hawks. We'll see what happens. But later tonight, as if they win for Cavaliers, we'll see if they can move on to the next round. They're down to 10. They're down by 10. As now Lopez will now take a chance in. Finding over is Lillard. Lillard brings for 3. That's good. They're back down by 7. 42 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. The Bucks need a foul right away. They're down by 35 seconds. It's stolen by Kuzma. Lillard for 3. No good. They need to foul it quickly for the Bucks. And here's Siakam. Finds over to Naismith. Back again to Halliburton. 19 seconds remaining. For the finish. And that will do. Halliburton finishes off with 27 points. It's a 9-point Riggis lead, and as Kuzma is done. Out of bounds, last touch for the Pacers, and they have 10 seconds remaining. Final group substitutions right now for the Bucks, as this will be Lopez checking out, and as for AJ Green and Rollins are checked back in. They need to do one quick motion before the time goes 0. Prince, toward wing. Green for 3. No good. Rebound up. Green for 3. Good, but that time is short. Halliburton's team will win the 4th game in Milwaukee. Well, you can't win it all. That's another huge road win trip for the win for the Pacers. 89 and 83. Well, that's all you can do for it. You just played it, and you just couldn't make the win. It's a tough loss. Make the win strategy count, do everything. And that's going to do it here, folks, for the NBA playoffs for the first game. With my broadcast partner, David Aldridge, along with Fan and me from 11, I'm Senate Beast. Hope you enjoyed this part of the first game of the night. See you next time, and have a wonderful night in Milwaukee. See you next time. Alright, thank you guys. As right now, the Bucks been destroyed in 2 games at home for 3 and 4, but Indiana Pacers walk away with the victory with 2 games in a row. They just pulled it a breakout with another great win. Here's how I did with the total statistics. 59 field goals for Indiana, 38 for Milwaukee and 3-pointers, 50 free throws for Indiana, 20 fast break points for Milwaukee, then it was 40 points in the paint for Indiana, 5 second chance points for Milwaukee Bucks. 29 bench points for Indiana, with along with 30 assists, 9 rebounds, 35 defensive rebounds. Just 9 steals for Milwaukee Bucks, 3 blocks for Indiana Pacers. That concludes with Siakam and Turner, that both had 2 blocks. Right in the range, and 1 block for Turner. Only 11 turnovers, going to points off, and 1 turnover for Milwaukee. 1 team foul, only 1 for Indiana. 8 dunks for Milwaukee Bucks, 15 biggest lead for the Pacers with time possession, 18 minutes, 41 seconds. Now let's give it over right now to Wood Spoony, your take. Alright, thank you very much there, Mike. Now it's time to see what's going on. The 3rd star player of the game, as we're getting things started off. It's great to have it back, but this time, Giannis Antetokounmpo finishes 3rd star of the game with 16 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, and only 1 block made and clear. He only finishes with 8 field goals out of 14. No 3-pointers were made here for that. That makes it 0-1 for Giannis. He only had made 1 foul with 30 performance effort and 4 dunks. It's a flying unicorn. Watch out. Bird plane. Can't get rid of it. Time for number 2. It's dying time. 16 points for Damian Lillard, and he only has finished 1 rebound with 2 assists and 1 steal. 6 out of 20 field goals was perfect enough. 4 3-pointers were made out of 12. And it was 21 performance effort that he ever been accommodating for to make that happen. And your number 1 star, New Balance player of the game, goes to Tyrese Halliburton with 27 points, 9 assists, 12 out of 16 field goals, 3 out of 4 3-pointers. He was delivering it strong on a heat shot. He is on fire with 47 performance and 1 dunk was made. Well, I couldn't say now Tyrese Halliburton was going to make that finish, but that was a big pace drive that he just did. Of course, he just keeps going and going. Nobody's going to sell it perfect. Anyway, that will do for the first game. We're getting ready to start for the second game. So if you're waiting for us for the next one, 3 o'clock p.m. is underway. That'll be the Mavericks and the Thunders back in Dallas, Texas. We'll see you on the other side in just a bit. But now we gotta finish the first game with the close. Take care, everybody, for as a while as the NBA playoffs on 2K25 dial. This is Tyler on Woodspooning signing out, and we'll see you all for the next game. For those of you not, thanks for watching. See you all, folks, on the other side once we take a break, and we'll get back to you shortly. So long in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
If you don't, somebody will.